5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Learned counsel for the petitioners contends that the petitioner number 3 was subjected to rape by respondent number 4 in the month of May 2020 when she was 13 years of age. Full stop. The said respondent number 4 had threatened to kill the petitioner number 3 if she informed anyone about the rape. Full stop. Being under fear, she could not tell about the said incident to anyone. Full stop. There was, however, a constant pain in her abdomen for which she was taken to PGI by her parents, where it was informed that she was pregnant as an outcome of rape committed upon her. Full stop. On being questioned, petitioner number 3 informed her parents that she was subjected to rape by respondent number 4 and about the threat. Full stop. Immediate action was taken and the matter was reported to the police, whereupon FIR number 06 dated 13 January 2020 was registered at police station sector 19 Chandigarh against respondent number 4 for the commission of offence under section 376 and 506 of IPC and section 6 of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. Full stop. Stanza. The said case has now culminated into a judgment of conviction against respondent number 4 and sentenced to undergo 20 years. Full stop. Since the knowledge with regard to the pregnancy was acquired only at the final stage, it was deemed medically unsafe for petitioner number 3 to terminate the consequential pregnancy. Full stop. A baby girl was born to petitioner number 3 on 1 March 2020 who is named as Meena. Full stop. Since the mother is herself a minor and is not in a capacity to take care of the child at such a tender age, and even otherwise, the said child would have not only been stigmatic for her future prospects but also a constant reminder of the physical assault and outrage of modesty committed upon her. Full stop. It would have not only caused huge social incarceration and emotional stress on the petitioner number 3 but would also require huge financial drain on their limited fiscal resources. Full stop. The same would not have served good for her well-being, her development, and for her future growth prospects, career, and life. Full stop. Stanza. Hence, with the consent of her parents, the petitioner number 3 decided to give her child in adoption. Full stop. The petitioners number 4 and 5 are married since 1998 and have one son named Ram Avatar Singh, aged 11 years at the time of filing of the case. Full stop. He is suffering from a genetic disorder and they also have one daughter, namely Surekha, who was born on 18 October 2020 through the process of surrogacy. Full stop. The genetic disorder leads to an impaired central nervous system and limited cognitive ability. Full stop. Further, on account of the fetal DNA of the petitioner number 4 having certain abnormalities, it makes it highly likely that fetus of petitioner number 5 is also affected with same disorder and that any biological child born to them is likely to suffer from the aforesaid disease. Full stop. A copy of the said DNA analysis report has been attached. Full stop. The above said petitioners number 4 and 5 had 2 children earlier, that is, one girl child namely Ria and one boy namely Ravi, who were suffering from genetic disorder. Full stop. The girl child passed away due to severe pneumonia leading to respiratory failure on 20 November 2004 before attaining the age of 6 years, and son also passed away due to cardiac arrest on 19 September 2011 before attaining the age of 12 years. Full stop stanza. Copies of the death certificates have also been attached with the present petition. Full stop. Despite the child being conceived through surrogacy, she is likely to inherit the DNA disorders and the chances of her survival are bleak. Full stop. That the parents of petitioner number 3 are sevadars in a gurdwara. Full stop. The petitioners number 4 and 5, being aware of the above said incident, expressed their willingness to adopt the girl child born on 1 March 2020 for their well-being as well as for the well-being of the minor child who deserves to live a dignified life with all amenities and facilities, love, care, and respect. Full stop. The parties being well known to each other, the process of adoption was undertaken and petitioners number 1 to 3 decided to give the minor in adoption to petitioners number 4 and 5. Full stop stanza. Accordingly, an adoption deed was executed on 6 June 2020 between the petitioners number 1 and 2 and petitioners number 4 and 5. Full stop. The requisite ceremonies were performed and the child has been given in adoption to the petitioners number 4 and 5, and since then she has been in their continuous care and protection. Full stop. It was thereafter that the petitioners number 4 and 5 were also blessed with a girl child, namely Surekha, on 18 November 2020 through surrogacy. Full stop. The adoption deed dated 6 June 2020 was presented to the office of respondent number 3, that is the sub-registrar of documents, Chandigarh, on 15 July 2020 for registration thereof as per the Registration Act 1908 without the consent of the biological father, that is accused respondent number 4, who is undergoing sentence on account of conviction in the aforesaid rape case. Full stop. Despite the sub-registrar of documents, Chandigarh, having been informed about the unfortunate circumstances in which the child was born and the adoption deed is being executed by the petitioner number 3 without the consent of respondent number 4, the respondent number 3 refused to register the said adoption deed for want of consent from the biological father. Full stop stanza. A representation was submitted by the petitioners on 15 August 2020 to the sub-registrar. However, the same was declined. Wide order dated 18 October 2020 without assigning any reasons and by giving a direction to the petitioners that they should approach the competent court of law for the needful. Full stop. Having been left with no other remedy, the petitioners have approached this court. Full stop. Wide order dated 1 September 2022, Mr. S.K. Sinha, advocate, was appointed as amicus curiae to assist the court in this case. Full stop. A report was also sought from the Department of Social Welfare, UT, Chandigarh, regarding the socio-economic status of the petitioners, along with the recommendation as to whether the giving away of child in adoption to the petitioners number 4 and 5 would be in best interest of the child or not. Wide order dated 21 November 2022. Full stop. A status report has been filed on behalf of the respondent number 1, Mr. Ashok Kumar, Director, Social Welfare, Women and Child Development, Chandigarh Administration, as per which the socio-economic status of the petitioners number 4 and 5 has been verified and that the said petitioners meet the socio-economic criterion for taking the said child in adoption. Full stop stanza. It is averred in the above said report by the department that the needs of the child can be easily met by the petitioners number 4 and 5 and that both the said petitioners are happy and healthy minded couple who have been extended all due care to their children full stop. From a perusal of the above, it is evident that the Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act 1956 defines a natural guardian and Section 6 thereof recognizes that in respect of a Hindu minor that is an illegitimate unmarried girl, the mother would be the natural guardian full stop. Section 8 thereof vests power in a natural guardian to do all acts that are necessary, reasonable, and proper for the benefit of the minor or for the realization, protection, or benefit of the minor's estate full stop. Hence, the petitioner number 3, mother of the minor, is the natural guardian of the said child despite she herself being a minor full stop. The petitioners number 1 and 2 are the natural guardians of petitioner number 3 full stop.